Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson, and this is our Daily Gratitude Call. Want to thank everybody for being on the call today. We've been using Zoom this week, and we're still having a little bit of some connectivity issues and things, so I'm not sure if we're going to continue on this platform or not, but I appreciate all of you testing it out, getting practiced on this platform, just in case we keep this for a little while and until I find something that's better. But so far we've been able to connect and have some great calls, so just really grateful that there are alternative technology platforms that we can continue on with our daily gratitude practice. For today, we're going to focus on gratitude for knowledge beyond my own, and even this technology. I'm sure that there's some perfect platform that is going to work perfectly for us. Maybe it ends up being this Zoom, but maybe there's something that I don't even know about. And I'm really grateful that there is knowledge beyond my own for my better good. So that's what we're going to focus on today. I'm going to set the timer for 90 seconds. We're going to have a private meditation, silent meditation on gratitude for knowledge beyond my own. And then after this 90 seconds is up, we'll share what we learned. Begin. All right. I feel like there is just a comfort in knowing that there is knowledge beyond my own. It's like I know something exists out there, even if I don't know what it is. If I have a particular intention or desired outcome, I don't have to know every little thing. I don't have to know how to build a car to be able to drive from one place to the next. I'm just, I don't know, there's just like a certain amount of comfort that comes in knowing that I don't have to know everything. I also had an experience this morning where I sent an email to someone basically committing to work with them in sort of like a partnership. And then I did that, based on inspiration that I got when I was connecting with my vision board during my daily GPS. And then after I had sent the email, I spent probably, 45 minutes writing this email. And then after I wrote the email, I sat down to finish my daily GPS and sat down to scripture. And I opened to a scripture that was all about being cautious of people who were coming to me with flattering words and basically like manipulating me into, to doing something. And I thought, oh gosh, is this like a warning, like a caution? And the first thought that came to me is, well, I've already sent the email. But then right after that, I was like, heck no, if this is new information, I'm going to be aware of it. And there's no problem whatsoever going back on an email if I get new information. So I'm not taking any action on that right now. I don't know for sure that was, specifically for that person, but it did, bring up some, it just helped me to realize there's some caution, that I can be aware, I can listen, and I'm just going to be open to still whatever inspiration that I get on this particular agreement that I've made. I'm still going to be open to inspiration on that. I'm not going to, put my stamp of approval on it yet because of new information that I received. Who else has something that they'd like to share?
I'd like to share something.
Okay. Thanks, Daniel.
My thought is about the self-knowledge. We have this like huge part of our, at least I believe we have this, I believe in the unconscious as described by Freud. And so this whole world of like repress and knowledge and things of this nature, which contribute, and I believe that as well, to my behavior and so on. So I'm always looking forward to self-knowledge. And so the only way I can get that is by trusting and relating to other people who have this particular knowledge that I'm not available, or at least elicit from me this knowledge that is unknown by me right now. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's so true. Repressed knowledge, maybe limiting beliefs that we've kind of stuffed into our subconscious or whatever, it does contribute to the behavior, our actions. And when it's a blind spot, we might be getting this result. We have no idea what we're doing to create this result. And so when we have a blind spot like that, we definitely do need to trust in someone else's perspective, to be able to give us some feedback and help to expose that blind spot so we can change it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Who else has something they'd like to share?
I'll share. This is Rachel.
All right.
I was thinking how I'm kind that I know aren't mine and that I have learned from.
Rachel, your connection's not very good. Can you start again?
Oh.
Rachel, can you?
Yes, just a second.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I was just talking about how I'm grateful for the inspired thoughts that I have that I know come from my Father in heaven and through the Spirit. And I've learned over time how to trust those thoughts that come into my mind.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I am so grateful for that, because it's knowledge that you can always trust. Thank you. Who else?
I'm Sylvia.
Hey, Sylvia.
I just like the thought of whenever we have a physical challenge or any other sort of challenges in our life, that I can let go. I don't have to cling to any outcome, no matter what it may be, but just let go and do my part. And I find that eventually everything just unfolds to my highest good.
Beautiful.
But just releasing it, knowing that the outcome will be right for me.
Wow, beautiful. And that takes a lot of faith and trust, doesn't it? To let go, not cling to any, hope of what might be or what should be or anything like that. And I love that idea of just doing your part. That's all we have control over, and just allowing it to unfold and having that faith and trust that it's all going to work out for our good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Maybe get
Oh, this is Gary.
Okay, Gary.
So I was listening to an interview by Les Brown, and this is a new one. He was talking about him surviving cancer. And he said something interesting. He says it takes 13 times to say something positive sometimes to knock out a very strong negative belief. So what came through my mind is persistence and working on your mind, and not just once, but throughout your day. And I think one time is not enough, but working on that belief that's stopping you and replacing it with something positive a lot of times through your day, not just once. So that was what I'm
Beautiful.
grateful for that message. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know when we do our permission process, I always encourage like at least 2 or 3 new beliefs to take the place of the old limiting belief, but to repeat those until they feel very solid, and you know that it's become part of you. And 13 times sounds like a really good number. If you want to create a system out of it, 13 times would be really good.
Yep.
Any last thoughts before we shift over to our permission process? All right. We're going to go ahead and shift over. Appreciate everybody's comments, everybody being on the call today, lending even just your spirit, your energy. We feel uplifted just you being here, even if you're not actually sharing on the call. We know that there's some really positive stuff going on. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. And I'm going to invite you to really be open. Allow your brain to kind of step aside for just a moment. As you breathe in this time, just grab your consciousness, bring it down into your heart. And that's where we can listen and hear truth, recognize truth from our hearts. With our brains, sometimes our limiting beliefs get in the way, sometimes past experiences get in the way, knowledge that things we think we know get in the way from us really being open to new information. So let's just get down into our hearts and just let go of the idea that we whatever we're going to receive today has to look a certain way or has to be about something specific. Just be completely open. Just take another deep breath. And I'm going to take a cue from what Daniel mentioned. If there's an area in your life where you are consistently getting results that you're not happy with, that you feel like are not perfect, that they could be better, maybe even if you're content with them, but you know that there's a better way, just go to that particular area in your life where you're maybe in a pattern of receiving the same outcome and trying lots of different things, but it seems like the same type of outcome keeps coming up. Just become aware of that particular area. Just allow that to intuitively come to you of what area in your life you might need some outside knowledge, some knowledge beyond what you already knew. I can't remember exactly who it was that said that you can't solve the same problem with the same knowledge that it took to create the problem. So we need to get some new knowledge to be able to solve this problem. Let's take one more deep breath. And in becoming clear with what area it is in your life that you're getting consistent results that are not what you would like, first thing I'd like to do is to have you find gratitude in it. And not gratitude in spite of this problem, but gratitude because of this problem. What can you say? I'm grateful for this because. And find one way, at least one way, that you can find gratitude for this recurring situation that you've not been able to change. And as you're getting clear with gratitude, feel the energy shift. Feel the change in your perspective and your decision about this particular area in your life. And also, now that that energy has shifted, ask the question, what do I need to know? What is different knowledge that I'm now open to receive? What is a solution that I've not been able to see before? Just ask the question, what do you need to know now? What is the solution that you haven't been able to see before? And see what comes up. And with this solution, there is one important step that you could take today. What is the inspired shortcut for this problem to be done? That now that you've found gratitude in it, and now that you've actually received new knowledge, maybe learned a lesson about this thing that has constantly been showing up in your life, that you're open to receive something new. So what is the next step? What is the most important thing that you could do today, the inspired shortcut, to change the outcome in this particular area in your life, to have a different result? What's your inspired shortcut? And now that you know what your inspired shortcut is, and you can maybe even see a solution to the problem, something you haven't been able to see before, what is the limiting belief that would stop you from taking action? What's the limiting belief that would maybe keep you safe in this comfort zone of having the same outcome over and over, even if it's uncomfortable, it feels safe? What is the limiting belief that would stop you from actually making that change, from taking action on that inspired shortcut and actually making that change? And with that limiting belief comes a cost. Take a moment and examine the cost of having that limiting belief. What will your outcome be if you hold on to that limiting belief? Now that this blind spot has been exposed, you're completely at choice. You can keep that limiting belief. You can maintain that state of being that you had experienced before. But now the blind spot's been exposed. So you do have the choice. You can give yourself permission to step past this, to step beyond this, and to choose a different outcome. And if you're ready to give yourself permission to choose a different outcome, say yes.
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 Awesome. So what are those new beliefs that are going to take the place of that old limiting belief that will give you permission to step beyond the way that things have been and to step into something completely different, have a completely different outcome? What are your new beliefs that would really support you in creating this new pattern that is more serving, more positive, more beneficial for you? What are your new beliefs? 2 or 3 new beliefs to replace that old limiting belief. And as you're getting clear with those new beliefs, I invite you to look over your list of new beliefs and actually bring those new beliefs into your consciousness. That maybe even visualize that they are taking the place, maybe with your breath, even bring those new beliefs into your consciousness, and also filling your subconscious, letting go of the old limiting belief, letting go of the old pattern, letting go of everything that didn't serve you in the past with this particular area in your life. Consciously letting go, maybe even gently, because of the gratitude that you found, expressing that gratitude and thanking that situation, that pattern that was showing up in your life, for being here, for teaching you this lesson, for being the facilitator of you being aware of this blind spot, and that now you can actually make a logical choice and a conscious choice of something different. So letting that old idea go, and then bringing in these new ideas that take the place, and that also bringing in faith and trust that new evidence is going to be formed, and that you're consciously, with taking this inspired shortcut today, that you're consciously creating some physical evidence that is more than just faith, that you're creating some physical evidence that these new beliefs are true. And in a moment, I'm going to open it up for some shares. I want to just encourage everyone to go to the Facebook group, Breakthrough with Gratitude, and post your new beliefs and just any of your thoughts that you've had on this call that you feel would be beneficial for other people. This is you sharing your knowledge with other people, possibly knowledge that they need, that would help to break old patterns in their subconscious that they weren't aware of before. So this is an opportunity for you to help someone gain knowledge beyond their own. And so I want to encourage all of you to do that today, all of us. And then also, if you're struggling with any area of this at any point on this call, if you had some struggle that you're still not quite through, would love to invite you to have a 15-minute conversation with me. And you do that by going to askwylene.com, and that takes you directly to my calendar, and you can schedule a 15-minute call. It's free, 15-minute call, askwylene.com. Who would like to share something about their experience today?
I'll share.
Thanks, Phil.
I felt a lot of resistance in being safe with old patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some inspired shortcuts to just trust and to just do the thing that I've been instructed to do before that I haven't done yet.
Mm-hmm.
And to have faith in the process.
Mm.
And it's scary to me because it seems like I'm losing control
Mm-hmm.
if I do that. And it seems like, but at the same time, what I've been doing, it's not working like I would like it to work.
Mm-hmm.
So
definition of insanity.
I know,
Doing
right?
the same thing, hoping for
right?
different
But
results.
it just seems hard to let go of that safe pattern that's not serving me.
Yeah, I love that. And you will find that as you let go of control, you actually gain the most control. You have the most control when you follow those inspired shortcuts.
I don't like my inspired shortcuts. They make me scared.
You will definitely like the results.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing, Phil. I'm sure that there are other people who feel exactly the same way. I know I felt that way. Thank you. Do we have anybody else that would like to share?
Yes. I find that it takes a lot of courage to let go of established beliefs. But once I find that I do let go, I find it's really amazing how much you can deal with the present new beliefs and the new situations, and what had before seemed somewhat frightening, and you doubt your ability to cope. It wasn't all that difficult, that you seem to get new strength and new wisdom and new support from more people that you didn't even think about.
Mm.
And that this new situation is really more comfortable than the old situation where you were stuck to those old beliefs. It's truly an amazing experience.
Wow, thank you. What a great follow-up to what Phil was saying. That's so perfect. And you're absolutely right. When we let go and we take courage and we step beyond the old limiting beliefs into the new beliefs, the new ideas, that fear just kind of dissipates. And all of a sudden we see you said the new strength, the new wisdom, the new support that wasn't available in the old comfort zone. So it's, there's new and better and more perfect, more aligned resources that are aligned with these new beliefs that you never would have had access to with the limiting beliefs. So thank you. I appreciate you sharing that. Well, thank you everyone for everything that has been shared today. This has been a great call. I always feel super uplifted and just ready to take on the world when the gratitude call is done. I encourage you to share this gratitude call and, any of your favorite episodes, share those with people, share the gratitude call, encourage people to come on live and just continue sharing, continue spreading this energy of gratitude. It's just going to create more and more good throughout the world and more really positive things in your life. Thank you all for being on the call today. Is there any last shares before we end?
I was just thinking that the shortcuts help us step into our new beliefs.
Oh, nice. Yes. Because a shortcut, you actually have to take a step. You actually have to take action. So that's stepping out of the old into the new. I love that. Thank you. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate you all being on the call today. We'll look forward to tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, right here on Zoom. And we'll talk to you then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. And I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WilingBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.